This is Lee with 82 Game of 12 here on YouTube channel Sons of Liberty 75. This will be video 38 of my playthrough of Eylau 1807 Battles of Napoleon Volume 1 by Sound of Drums 2023 and designed by Uwe Walentin. Maps, graphics, Marc Van Marshall. And it's been a while. I've had COVID. I was down for a week, I guess. That wasn't any fun. And I'm still kind of groggy. So I don't know how long this will be. But we're going to pick up where we left off in the last video, which was simultaneous fire combat. And of course, we do have I do have some changes to apply to the rules that I wasn't aware of. I hadn't been able to find the updated charts, and also I guess there's some modifications to the rules since my last update, and I wasn't aware of that either. And so where you can go to find this, there's a site that I was kicked off of that I don't really mention on my platform here unless I'm going to talk negative about them, and I don't want to do that today. And I'll just say it starts with a B. And you can figure out what gaming platform that is. You can look up Eylau 1807 Living Rules, and you'll find a link there that you can go to. I can paste probably the link to. I'll just paste the link that I was sent, and I'll just paste that link into the description on the video so that you can just pop that up, and then you can download what you need to, because I wasn't aware of some of these changes that were had been done to the rules, and there's some major ones. And you might have been looking at my play and saying, "Well, why's he not applying this or this or that?" Well, I didn't know. I wasn't aware. I've done all these videos. This is 38, and I've tried to stay as close as I can to the most recent rules, but I didn't ever have updated charts. I didn't know where I could find those updated charts. And then also some of the rules themselves have changed within the living rules. So, you just have to roll with it and go. I don't make a big deal out of it because, hey, it's going to take time for this system to get its rules, finalized into where they want them. And I've already mentioned this many times that other series has growing pains when it has to do with the rules. So if you're one of these people that you're going to get uptight because the rules are not just this and this, then this probably isn't for you. Neither is La Bataille or so many other of these series games. So even though Mr. Zucker has made some adjustments to his library of Napoleonic rule set at some point or other. So one of the main changes that I see that is interesting is dealing with the assaults and charges. Okay, and so that's covered over here. This is the assault charge table. That's where we're at. We got the square roll, we got the stand table, and then of course we have the hold. All this other has to do with hold, whether or not the unit holds the hex or is repulsed. Okay, forced retreat. Okay, so one of the big changes here is on the die result. Okay, so it says right here, 9 or more, the defender holds the position, and the attacker loses 1 strength point loss. See, that's different. Originally, that wasn't even there, and then they added it, and it was at 10 or more. Now it's at 9 or more. The defender holds, and the attacker takes a 1 strength point loss. Okay, if you get an 8, the defender holds the position, and both attacker and defender take 1 strength point loss. 7 or less, the assaulted charged unit loses a strength point and retreats. Okay, but if it's by infantry, 1 loss. If it's by cavalry, 2 losses. Unless it's a cavalry unit, they only always lose 1. So that is a big change there. Okay. Something else that I noticed was the reference to cavalry against infantry not in square formation. Okay. That is now, it's a -3. It was at a -4, I believe. Is that right? I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe originally that's what it was. And so maybe that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, it was a -4. So that's kind of helped the infantry, I think. But there it is. So that's a -3. And then there is this issue about charging uphill or downhill. If it's uphill, all units, then it's a +2. If all units are charging or assaulting downhill, it's a -2. That's a change. So really, I don't think I saw anything else that was really that much of a change. I don't know about this in square formation assaulted by infantry. It says +1. I don't quite understand why that would be a +1. Infantry in square was vulnerable to other infantry attacking them, because if you're attacking, you're only attacking one side. That's only a quarter of the strength of those units are there. Not the guys on the other side can't help, and the guys on the sides, they can't help. So in my opinion, that's a lot like infantry in line assaulted by infantry in column, which is a -1. So I don't know, I'd like to hear what the reasoning is for the plus on the square. They are mentioning that this is really just fire combat at short range. So if that's the case, then you're firing into a mass. But the fact is, excuse me, I've got this congestion and all this going on. But that's that. I'm not gonna, go off on something on that. Of course, you can't have odds lower than 1 to 2. To stand, that really didn't change. There's nothing here in the square roll. If we flip over to the other side that has the fire combat, something that we have different here is, okay, they're going to put the snow modifier, the snowstorm. Target is artillery. Okay, target is obstructed terrain. Now it's only a -2. It was a -3. So that's kind of lessened. And then, of course, you go down here, defensive fire. That only pertains to infantry. And then here you have French infantry fire against infantry in column or square is a +1. Not all infantry, just the French. I had been playing it as all infantry, and so I just wasn't aware. So now they're saying that it's only the French, and of course the heavy artillery, they added that. So, and then we have this urgency of limbering. So if, say, some guns are unlimbered, okay, they're in firing status, and then they're forced to retreat, they have to roll to see whether or not they can retreat. They're going to lose one strength, okay, because they're forced to retreat. But they may not lose all of their strength. So, of course, horse artillery could retreat faster and more efficiently than foot artillery. So that's added. That was not part of the game before. So, see if there's something else here that I needed to bring up before we get going here. There was a couple of other things that I wanted to mention, and let me look here. I made some notes. I was trying to print off the new rules, but my printer kind of went haywire or something. It didn't want to print. So, okay, so infantry and artillery stacked together. Okay, before the artillery was not considered part of the stack if it went to square. Well, now it's part of the stack, and it can execute fire combat if it's unlimbered. However, if the square retreats, the artillery unit is eliminated if unlimbered and not succeeding its limber roll. And that was that unlimbering, the what would they call it, the urgency limbering, okay, right here. That's what that's referring to. Okay, so that was a change. Okay, also forming square when enemy cavalry is approaching. So you can attempt to change to square in the presence or when adjacent to enemy units. Okay, if the infantry succeeds in changing to square, any adjacent enemy infantry may reaction fire through their front hexes. So this is something that's completely changed. It's added. Okay. I think it goes against. Maybe it's just an exception to the rule that you cannot change your formation. Okay, when you're adjacent to an enemy unit. That was my understanding, and that's still in the rules. But I guess they're going to allow them to change over to the square. So that's that. And then you have the fire occasions. This is Rule 21.1. So you have 5 opportunities to use fire combat instead of only 3. Okay, and they are the fire cube. Okay, when the fire cube is drawn, okay, this red cube, okay, of course, all right. Defensive fire, of course. Opportunity fire, when an enemy unit leaves an adjacent front hex of a unit. Okay. That was the 3, okay, originally. All right. Then the infantry reaction fire. Okay, that has to do with an infantry unit changing into square right there in front of you. If they change into square, then you can blast away at them. That was the rule I just got through reading. And then the last thing is they've added this fire occasion for French horse artillery, where they can, when they unlimber, they get a free, or I guess it's free, they get 1 round of fire, okay, after unlimbering. So this is anytime they unlimber. So you can, excuse me, you can roll your horse artillery up close to, of course you can't be adjacent, but close to your opponent, unlimber, and then fire. But it's only the French horse, no one else. So those are things that have been added, so we're continue where we're at. using these rules. I still think there's a lot of things that need to be clarified. And but that's the way it works. The website soundoddrumsgames.com is up and running now. You can go on there. However, pretty much everything, all the games that they have are sold out. They're out of stock. So hopefully they'll get some of those they'll get restocked. But at the present time, that's the situation. And I didn't see where a person could buy mounted boards or any of that. I think maybe that was all, of course, through the Game Found, and maybe it's not available any other way. So you can also see the future planning for the next volumes of Battles of Napoleon. Looks like Volume 2 will be Quatre Bras, and then let's see, Volume 3, Lena, and I guess Waterloo would be after that. But they just have a list of them there, so I don't think they quite have set a date or anything. But it looks like Quatre Bras will be the next volume. So any of you grown-ards out there that are maybe hoping for something else, you just have to wait. And that's just the way it is. You just let the people that are doing the games come up with what they want to do. So, all right, let's get started. 17 minutes of just trying to go over some things. Don't forget, I'm giving away these 3 dice sets from Chessex. And I'll give the question and the information about where you send your answer to, and all of that in the last video, whichever video that may be. So we take a look over here. Things don't look too good for the Ruskies. Okay, they have 25 fatigue left. Okay. And the French have looks like 33. So that's where we're at. And the French have had 5 activations, the Russians 2, and we are getting ready to just get going with the next activation. And it turned out to be another French. And so, of course, there was something else dealing with the reaction charges. Okay. And for a cavalry unit to reaction charge, it must have orders of attack. Let's see, attack, defend. Let me look here. Attack, move, defend, or hold. Could not be in strategic movement, regroup, or retire. So that was something else that was clarified. Which orders could the cavalry actually do a reaction charge if they are not tired. So that's that. All right, so the French are going to activate Ney's forces that are off map that are coming in, and so that's going to be the 2nd Division. Okay. Is that right? Is it the 2nd Division? How do you want it to larger one? That is the larger one. All right. So, yeah. Gardonnay, maybe? That's who's coming in. Alright, so they're going to be coming in right over here. And, of course, they are going to be in strategic move order, which means, of course, they have to stay. Let's see here. They've got to stay 5 hexes away. Get my big blocks here. Alright, so we've got this unit here. So 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, they've got to stay outside of those blocks as they come in. So alright. So alright, so they've got a movement of 7. So half of that would be 3.5. So they actually have a movement of adding 3 to 7, so 10. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, now also, wait a minute, I got to count for these other guys here too. So let me pull back here a little bit, because I've got to keep them, they've got to be 5 away from here too. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these guys couldn't, they're going to have to stop. They're going to have to stop out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there. Okay, so they're going to have to stop pop out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. All right. You really can't even see them, can you? So I come around here. All right, so of course, each additional units that are coming in they're going to lose some of their movement potential. So the next group coming in has already used 1. Okay, they've got a movement potential of 6. So strategic movement they get 1.5. So they're going to have a total of 9. Okay, so 1 because they're in a line here. The other unit already came in, so this is the second entrance. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And of course then I'm going to split them like that. Alright. Alright. And this artillery, they only have a movement of total 6. They're coming in at, oh shoot. Yeah, I want them stacked. So they come in, that's going to be 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, that's as far as they can go. Okay. And then these guys come in at 4, 4, 5, 6. They come in like that. Let's see. So 5, 6. Of course, 6 have got to change to here. 6, 6, 7, 8. Of course, they're going to split here and here. And then the last one, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess this is coming in at 7. 8, 9. I guess he'll just stack right there. And then Gardon. Maybe that's how you pronounce it, Gardon. And let's see if he goes to here. I can get everybody within command range. Alright, so that's where they're at, and they've activated. And I'm going to leave those blocks there just so that I know, hey, you know, really they can't move. But that's where they're at if they do any future activations. So, alright, let's get back over here. hopefully this microphone is helping with this. And look at that, another French activation. So it's going to be number 2. And let's say we've got the second core. Let's see, Saint Hilaire. He still has attack. First Dragoon, second Dragoon. I thought they already had scrapped it up some, but I guess not. First Division. All right. Guess I'm going to probably, I guess I'm going to go with Ugaru and Adelaide. So I just don't know how they want to go about this. I think I might want to hold him back. Look at someone else. I think I'm going to do Desjardins here. going to activate the 1st Division of 7th Corps right here, Desjardins. They've already activated once, so this is their second activation, which means they have -1 to their movement, infantry and artillery. So, and they want to, one thing that they want to do is they want to eliminate, pull back a little bit here, they want to remove this Russian unit here into where part of Eylau. So this unit here, these two guys are going to consolidate. Of course, they're going to have to. This unit should have already switched over. Should have already been turned over, both of them. So okay. And then the rest of these guys, they're going to take over the job of the guards here, so they can go join Bessieres over there. Bessieres. So he's going to go. Of course, those guys both went into there. They were only 1 hex away, so they had plenty of movement. What they have is actually what, 4. So, well, let's see, maybe they didn't. Let's see, maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't have enough. Let me count them. So they have, yeah, they would have enough. 1 for second activation, 1 for the hex, and then 1 for moving adjacent to a enemy unit, enemy Russian. So they had enough. Alright, so this one's going to move 1 and then 2. Of course, he's got to switch. So, this guy's going to move 1 and move into here. And then this guy's moving into there. Alright, so we've got 1 combat with some defensive fire. Right there. Alright. Alright, so we've got defensive fire. Okay, that's +1. Target is in obstructed terrain. That's -2, so we're at -1. Okay. I've got a strength of 2. Nine is 8, not enough. Alright. Now we go to the assault. Okay. Alright, so we've got 6. And here we've got a total of, let's see, 6 and 7. So it's going to be 2 to 1. Okay. That's -1. He's Russian. +1 is 0. 2 second division is under hold orders, so that's a +1. In obstructed terrain, so that's +2. So now we're at +3, and I think that's it. That's all we're going to have, except for the leader, which is going to give us a -2, so it's going to be a +1. And I rolled a, let's see, 8 +1 is a 9. So the defender holds and the attacker takes 1 loss. So, unit here on top takes a loss, and that's all of that. Okay. Next cube. Oh, it's another French. Okay, so this is the 3rd French in a row. So the next one has to be either red or green. So, alright. Yeah, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to Joseph. Okay. And the 4th Cavalry Division. So let's take a look at what we got here. That's going to be his first activation, and they want to try to do something here against possibly some of this infantry and everything here. So, alright, now he's got one unit that's way over here that's going to be out of command. So I'm going to put a black. Only way he can do anything is if he moves toward San Joseph, or if Joseph moves toward him. So. Okay, so we are going to activate that guy first. Chasseurs. Havel. Now these guys here are up on that crest or that little hilltop, and that's worth 5. There's a, shows some structure there, but there's not anything that's just treated as clear. Okay, so that's worth 5 fatigue points, and so they want to try to hold on to that. But he's only got to get to square. Distance is so he's the one that I'm seeing about whether or not he's going to go to square. It's going to be -2. Got to succeed on an 8 or more with a -2. That's not a very good chance. So he's almost, well, the thing is, if he doesn't, the chances of him losing are pretty high. He's going to be forced off there, one way or the other. So all right, we're going to go ahead and roll. Or square roll. So we're going to have a -2. Ooh, rolled a 12. So that means he can go to square. He passed. So of course, now that Coward doesn't want to charge that hex, but he's got some other places he could charge. Alright, so he moves to there. So this is where he was at. He's used one movement. Set that off here to the side, I guess. Okay. And now we've got these other units. 1, 2, 3, 4. These guys could actually go to, well, they're just artillery, so they can't. But this guy could go to square. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 X's away, he can automatically go to square. So he does that. These guys here, I don't think they haven't. Well, he's got 4. Now he'll have to roll though. 1, 2, 3. He'll roll. I have a -1. Rolled a 7, becomes a 6, so they can't. So they lose a strength point and have to stand like they are. Okay. And I guess if this guy was going to change, he would be, they could fire on him if he changed. Okay, so he's going to go here, that's 2, and then he's going to go 3, 4, right there. So that's, we're going to have a charge there. Okay, and then if we take a look at some of these others, we got 3 left. He's got 5. All right. got this unit. Alright, so he's going to go 1, 2 right there. And now this this guy here was at 8. So he went 1. Let's see, down slope. Yeah. 2, 3, 4. So he had plenty. And then of course that he could charge. And he probably wants to do that because he's a heavy cavalry. So we're going to have that right there. So he's going to charge. Can't reaction charge. So he's got a strength of 8. And here we have a strength of 5. Okay, so 8 to 5. Excuse me. That's just going to be 8 to 5. There's only 3 left over. It's going to be 1 to 1. So that's 1 to 1. Pretty sure Corps right wing has attack orders. They are Russians, so they get the +1 there. But of course the Russian is attacking, so it's the French that's the defender. So we're going to have cavalry at short distance +2. Heavy versus other cavalry -2, so it's just straight up. Ooh, a 3. So with that, this one here is going to lose a step and have to retreat and get flipped over. He was at what? 8? So he'd have to go back 4. Like that. Of course, this guy can advance in, and he's now tired, which means he can be charged with someone else. He can't do anything. So this guy, 1, 2, 3, moving adjacent, is going to double team with that unit. But then go against those cuirassiers. And let's see, this guy's within range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. So that Cossack can evade. If we can take a gamble. Take a gamble here with these Cossacks. They've got to roll to see if they're gonna do anything. See, so we can turn. Like that, and then charge over here. So this unit here, 2 axes away, has to roll to see if it can form square. It'll be a -2. Rolled a 10, becomes an 8. They just needed an 8. 8 or more, so they can put a square. So we go here and attack these hushers in the rear. With some assistance from these guys. Okay. And let's see here. And then the other these guys will attack here. Do a short charge right there.
Aren't you going to go get your stuff?
Yeah, and I don't have to. I can wait until they don't close. They don't close till 9.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
let's see here. So this will be a short charge, and this is just artillery here. So we'll start here with this one. All right, so I guess he could reaction charge back before he could be the attacker. So we do it like that. So he's actually going to be the attacker. Okay, so it's 5 against 9. Okay, that's going to be 1 to 2. So that's plus 2. And then we've got short charge plus 2, so now we're at plus 4. But heavy cavalry against other cavalry minus 2, so we're at a plus 2. And we rolled an 11. Becomes a 13. So defender holds, and the attacker, which is this unit in this case, takes a hit. Alright, so that's all of that one. Okay, we can go with this one here next. Okay, so this one is strength of 8. Okay, we've got 2 and 3 is 5, so it's 5 to 8. That's going to be 1 to 2. Yeah, 1 to 2. 1 to 2 is plus 2. Defender is Russian, so that's plus 3. They have attack orders. It's like, okay. Now, they are being charged for more than 1 hex, so that minus 1 becomes just now plus 2. Charging downhill is a minus 2, so we're at straight up. And we got an 8, which means they both take a hit. Defender holds. Both defender and attacker take a hit loss. So this guy will take a hit. So he goes to 4. And of course I've got to flip him over. Now we go to this other one here. So we've got this one here is actually into his rear. Okay, so we've got an 8. Okay, this guy's got 6. This guy here has got 8. So that's 14. 14, that's going to be 2 to 1. Because we round up. 2 to 1 is a -1. Defender is Russian, so plus we're at 0 now. Everybody's got attack orders. Charge for more than 1 hex, so that's -1. Okay. Charge to the rear, -2 more, so we're at -3. And I think that's going to be it. So it's going to be -3. And we rolled a 9, becomes a 6. So take a loss and retreat. Now, so we take 1 loss. Now they got to retreat. It's like, well, where do they retreat to? This is where they're at. So we can force them. We can force this guy to move, and then so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then flip him over. Made that square move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like so. And hold on. This unit here, this guy could have fired here first. I didn't do that. So that would have been +1 for defensive fire. Wasn't enough. Okay. So move that guy in there like that. Okay. All right. So we had this, right? This. Yeah. I had him like that. This guy was here. He would have had to lose. He would have lost another. He would have had to lose another step loss. because he would have had to. He would have either going this way or this way. He would have had to cross one of these two units' frontal hexes. So just moving this unit over isn't going to escape that unit sitting still while that thing's moving. You know, you're going to lose some while you're trying to escape. So leave that there. He would have just went here, taken a loss here, and then went on. So, all right, then we go to the last one. This activation. If I can get in here. All right, so we've got, of course, we've got these guns. This unit in line, and then we have these guys in square. So we're going to fire with the guys in square first. They get a +1 for defensive fire. Seven, 8. It's not enough. Okay. Then we have the infantry unit in line. Okay, there is 4 strength. No, there's only 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. So, and +1 for defensive fire. So strength of 6. 5, 6 is not enough. And then the artillery. Firing adjacent is times 4, so that's 8. And well, it's just 8. And a 6 is not enough. All right. So no help there. So we've got a strength of 3 and 4, 5, and we've got a charging strength of 5. That's 1 to 1. Let's see, defender. Let's see, that's Tushkov. Let's see, 5th division is in attack order. They're green. They're Russian, so that's +1. They're in attack, so they don't get that. And -3. So it's going to be a -2. We're Russian, so that's +1. So it's going to be -2. This is where we have a change. Instead of the -4 for cavalry against infantry not in square, it's only -3. A roll to 3 becomes, of course, a 1. So they're going to lose 2 and retreat. Plus, this is where I roll about the artillery, and now I roll for this urgency limbering. I rolled a 2, which means okay, they're lost. Okay, so the guns are lost. That's going to cost the Russians one of their gray cubes. This unit takes 2 losses. So now he's only got 1 left. And he retreats. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes back to here. Before we do anything else, this is where this is the hex that was vacant. Those are the units, and then we have to roll for stand rolls for those 3 units. Okay, but I moved the cavalry unit in there first. So, alright, so let's roll with these guys up here on top of this first. Oops. Alright. Roll to stand. Okay. Russian +1. Friendly adjacent unit is eliminated. No, he retreated, so -1. So we're at 0. Unit is in square, so they get a +2. Enemy cavalry within 3 hexes -2. So we're just at even. Rolled an 8. Alright, so they stand. They stand. Now we go to the next one. We'll go ahead and do the one that has the leader, Tushkov. Okay. So again, it's going to be +1 for being Russian, -1. Friendly unit retreated. -2 for cavalry. And then +1 for the leadership. So we're actually going to be at a -1. And we rolled a 5, becomes a 6. So they have to lose a step and retreat. Seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It goes all the way back to here. Okay. Then we have the other one, who's in square. He's got to roll. So Russian +1. Friendly unit retreated adjacent -1, so we're at 0. In square +2. Enemy cavalry adjacent or within 3 hexes -2. So we're at 0. Rolled a 9 because so he stays. Alright. And I gotta flip this guy over to his tired side. Alright. And let's see, this guy's gotta be tired. This guy. Tired. Alright. This guy's gonna be tired. That guy's tired. Okay. Alright, so this next activation has to be Russian. And it is. So alright, so let's look back here a second. See what we got. Yeah, I want to use pollen. One pollen over there. So what I want to do? Yeah, I think so. Alright, so then pollen here wants to attack. So let's see here, if we turn him this way, I have to turn that light off. If I turn this way, I don't. Okay. Just so we know, these are baggies. Units all over here. So we don't want to confuse those. Same thing with that one. Okay, so Von Pollen is these units here. So he's going to want to try to do something here to those forces. So of course he's got these guns that are really not supported. Okay. These are. Alright, so we activate this guy. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He could actually go to square without having to roll. So he's going to do that. This guy here could actually go to square too. Without having to wait. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And of course that chasseurs there do not want to reaction charge, because they're going to be reacting. They're going to have to be charging up that slope. So they're just going to have to take it. Alright. Then we have these guys here. 1, 2. This guy could go to square, but he doesn't have to worry, because this guy's, he's going to have to stop here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Where was he at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Of course, they're gonna have to charge that with more than just one. I have to charge it with more. So this guy will turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to take those guns. This guy's turning. He's going straight into these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can't get there. So you'll have to stop right there. Doesn't have enough. Probably should have charged back over here somewhere, back this guy. So this guy here is going to move up to here. 1, 2. He's going to move to there. 1, 2, 3. Go there. All right. Let's go with the charge over here first. Okay, we've got 8 against so I guess got 5. I see, flipped over. They haven't done anything yet, have they? First division. Yeah, they have. Is he first division? Oh, he's second. So we're gonna flip him back. All right. So he's 5. We got 8 to 5. That's gonna be 2 to 1. So that's +1. What is he? Second division. Second division of 3rd Corps. Yeah, they've got attack orders. So we've got -1. Charging downhill, -2 more, so that's a -3. So -3. Alright, so that's going to be roll to 6 becomes a 3, is a strength point loss and retreat. Plus they're going to be tired. So he'll go back 4. So 4. Flip the tired. And then this guy could actually move into there like that. Alright, so that takes care of that one. Let's take a look at the other one here. Other 2. We got 2 more. Okay, we'll take a look at this one next. Alright, so here. Alright, we've got defensive fire first, so we got 4, strength of 4. They're going to split that. 2 batteries for each target. Alright, so adjacent is going to be ×4. So it's going to be 8 strength. Seven with an 8. That's a miss. Okay, the other one. 7 is again a miss. Alright. So they're basically going to be eliminated. Because it's artillery alone in a hex. And odds really aren't going to matter either. The odds are 15 to 4. That's 4 to 1, so that's -3. So, and of course, let's see if they can. They might be able to, I guess, roll our what is it? The urgency limbering. Might be able to get away with maybe one gun. Nope. Okay, so those are all both going to be destroyed. Okay. 2 gray cubes lost to the French. Okay. And let's move those guys in. All right. Next. Okay. Now we've got this square here that can fire opportunity. So defensive fire. Rolled a 4, becomes a 5, so nothing there. And then here we've got infantry in line and the artillery. So they can combine their fire. Let's see, that would be 2 times, that's 8. And then 4 times, let's see, that's 8 more, that's 16. So they'd have a strength of 16. Of course, the infantry will get a +1 for defensive fire. Let's just take the 16. Alright, so I rolled a 7. Okay, that's going to be a hit. Alright. So now oh, wait a minute. I got that other unit there attacking. So they would have to split their fire. So let's start do that again. Alright, so that would be 4. That would be 8. That was a miss. Okay. And then the other one, 10, would be a hit. Okay. Alright, so there we go. Alright. So we've got 6, that's 14. And 8. So 8, 14. It's going to be 2 to 1. It's going to round up 2 to 1. -1. Now they are 2nd Division. They are under attack orders. Okay, they're being attacked by more than 1 hex. So now we're at -2. Lost strength point due to fire combat +1, so we're at -2 now. Cavalry against infantry not in square, -3. So it's going to be -4. Okay. -4. 5. Alright, so that's going to be 2 losses. 2 losses, and I have to roll for the artillery. Nope, I rolled a 2, so that urgency lumbering didn't work this time either. So artillery's going to be gone. Okay, that's another lost cube for the French. That unit takes 2 losses. It has to retreat. So 1, 2, 3, 4. He goes into the woods. All right. So looks like the Vu here just got his forces split. So see what happens. All right, next cube. French. Comes back to the French. Okay. So let's see, what are we going to do here? I think think I activate the Sierras. The Sierras. And what I want to do is I want to get his guard units that are floating around here in other places. Moved up to these other places. That or do something else with them. So I've got some that are over here. These guard units here around Eylau. He's got this artillery unit that's not been doing anything. I didn't get up here and do some attacks and so forth. So it's going to be Bessieres here. So I'll start with him. And what he's kind of got close to him. All these units back here are going to be out of command. I'll deal with them later. At the present, I want to deal with these guys that are up here where he's at. And so alright. So it'll be the guard. Oh, wait a minute. They just have hold orders. Crud. Can't use him. So I can't use him. It'd be waste. So in 3rd Division of 4th Corps has hold. So of course I could use Joseph. Oh, well, Joseph it could go again. Well, I guess I'll see what we got. We don't have really that many more left, do we? Yeah. Gotta flip that cavalry over after they've meleeed. I didn't do that. Okay. Alright, let's move. We'll go with this first division of Davos. Okay. Should be Freehan. No. Moran. Okay, it'll be his guys. Alright, that. Okay. So. We're looking for the first deck. It's not the first. That is. Those guys are, and all of these guys are part of first. Okay. So these guys are not. These two are not part of the first. So. All right. So. Alright, so these guys are coming out of square. This guy's going to go to here. 1, 2. That'd be 1, 2. Moving adjacent. 1, 2 moving adjacent. Okay. This guy here comes out of square. I've cost him 1, and he goes to here. That's so 1, 2, 3. Of course, these guys are going to back up. 4, 5. He goes back in the square. This guy that's in square is going to move to here. That guy there is actually going to go here. Go to square. Okay. This guy's going to turn. Cost 1, 2, 3. to there. This guy. Moves to there. One, two, three. These guys go to assault. Well, these guys just step back. Well, this guy doesn't have anywhere to go. Yeah, he does. He can go this way. Let's see, I think they can move in. Now this puts them in danger of being charged if Van Paulen activates again. So I think maybe they stay back. I'm actually going to move in there with them. Okay. Alright, so that's all of that activation. We move on. Get another French. Another French activation. We've got Saint Hilaire, who could move up to attack these guys in the Essen in his squares. So, alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, start with this guy. This will be their first activation. Yep. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so what we got here? I guess 4. This guy's only got 3. That's 7 though. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't get up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be joined with that guy. No, these guys are just had it. got 6. So 1, 2, 3. He'll just go there. But the leader, I'm gonna put him with the attack. So he'll 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll move in there like that, and then that guy's out of order. This guy. So looks like the only attack I'm gonna have is gonna be against that one of that square. So alright, so alright, this guy is actually gonna be attacking this one. So alright, so both those squares can fire with a strength of 2. They get +1 for defensive fire. Fire with this one first. Ooh, got a 12. +1. It's 13. Strength of 2. Okay, that's gonna be a hit. So you got already. Okay. Now we're at 2. Okay, now the other stack firing. I got a 2 snake eyes, so that's not effective. Okay, so we're attacking here. Okay, these guys have a strength of 12. He's got a strength of 7. 7. Oh wow, that's going to be 1 to 2. So that's going to be +2. They are Russian, so +3. 8. They have attack orders. So we're at +3. In square formation assaulted by infantry. This says +1. I think it should be a -1. So we're going to subtract 1. So we're going to be at +2. Plus another 1 for loss of strength point. So now we're up to +3. Alright, we rolled a 6. +3 is 9. So that's going to be a loss to the attacker. No, wait a minute. I have the wasn't even looking at the right thing here. We have the leadership value. So 6 +3 -3, so it's just a 6. So that's going to be a defender loss. And I have to retreat. So, retreat 6. So, let's see here. They were here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They go back that way. Right there. like that. Alright. Okay. Alright, so now we go back to the Russians. They haven't really got, most of their units haven't even been able to do anything. So we got 4th Division, 14th Division has attack orders. I don't really think he has much strength to do anything though. I'm gonna go with the stock over here. So the stock is going to activate his first activation. Okay. So this guy, I'll just put these two guys in here. They're going to go right there. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's see. Swamp or marsh. Actually get over there. Okay, this guy's in there, so he's gonna go 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. And he doesn't have to worry. Doesn't have to worry about that cavalry doing anything. Okay. We want to tie up. We want to tie up these guys here. So we're gonna have these guys, these guys charging this guy. Okay. And
then the others are just going to hold where they're at.
So we got here, nobody's with him. And looks like I'll probably have to stop here. Yeah, let's push these guys forward. He's out of command. This guy here, he can go to there. This guy could move to there. So, okay. We'll go here first. So we're going to assault these cavalry units. So they could evade. So they could actually just back up to here. This guy's tired. And this guy here, if he was going to charge, he's got to roll. So Cossacks, yeah, they've got to roll if they're going to says greater than 8. No, you rolled a 5, so they can't. So he just moves out of the way. Of course, this unit can then move in there, but he's not going to. All right. Then we go here. Okay, defensive fire. He is, okay, he is French. Okay, so he gets the +1 for firing into infantry and column. And it's defensive fire, so +2, strength of 2. 4, 5, 6 is not enough. Okay, so now we go into the assault. Strength of 3. We've got 10 here, so that's 3 to 1. Okay, -2. Okay, defender is elite. +1, so we're at -1. They have hold orders, so that's +1. So now we're at -0. Okay, in square formation assaulted by infantry, -1. They are coming uphill, so that's +2, so we're going to have a +1. Rolled an 8, +1 is a 9, so that means the defender holds, and the attacker has to take a loss. Okay. All right. Got all these cavalry regiments. So that's 11. And 3 is 14. And 4 more is 18. 18 against
8. It's 2 to 1. 2 to 1. That's going to be minus 1. Elite plus 1. They have hold orders plus 1. So now we're at plus 1. Charge for more than 1 hex minus 1. So we're at 0. I think that's where we're going to be. No. Short charge. So that's a plus 2. 7 becomes 9, so gotta take a loss somewhere. This will be this guy. And they hold. Alright, we're gonna stop right there. Need a break. We're still in the 5 o'clock turn, and as we can see over here, the French have had a massive advantage in activations. That's 10 to 4. That's what we've had. So that doesn't mean there's not that many blues left. There's 2 blues. No, 3 blues. 3 blues and a red. Okay, which means there could end up being a lot of green left over. They don't get to activate. So see what happens. Come on back, check it out. That was video 38. As I said, the next Battles of Napoleon volume looks like it's going to be Quatre Bras. So be interesting to see how that plays out compared to a lot of these others. You got the Eagle system, the Hexism. Of course, you got La Bataille. You've got the old SPI Wellington versus Ney. I should have a couple of those around here somewhere. I'll have to dig around for them, I guess, to see. But these were just extras here. Over here it's 24 to 30 on the fatigue, and things are going to get really tight come fatigue points in the next hour. And Bennington doesn't have any. He's already used all of his reserves. You know, he can't really afford to go on the offensive now. He's lost. He'll give up too many fatigue points. So you know, he really should have went with a plan to take Eylau at the, toward the end to throw over some massive fatigue points his way in the exchange. That's 15. There's 10 here. There's 4 or 5 there. Of course, there's still 5 right here. So there's nothing there. But very enjoyable experience, I think. Just needs some cleaning up of some of the rules to clarify some things, and I think with the way that the
assault charge procedure is, where you're going to have someone's always going to take a loss. So yeah, and if you end up with an 8, then both attacker and defender take a loss. So I think the losses would have really mounted up a lot faster, which probably would have resulted in this battle already being over due to loss of fatigue from losses, casualties. So, but I've got to get this rule book printed again, so I've got all of the little details that have been changed that I've missed. It doesn't really affect too much, really. Just some minor things, but I want to be sure that I'm applying those so that you, the viewer, will be aware of the changes. And I just became aware of it, but like I said, I've been sick with COVID since last Friday, so I've been completely out of it. I haven't been doing anything but mainly sleeping. That's it, just sleeping. So come back, see what's going to happen in the next video. Things are really getting down to just where each army doesn't have much left to give, and that's the way the battle actually went. So we're getting a historical type result here. I really, it makes to kind of excited to see what the losses are for each side after I calculate them all up. But I'll try to put that link for the updated rules and charts in the description, so check for that. And appreciate your support. Check out Sound of Drums at soundoфdrumsgames.com, and also Chessex. They make more than just dice. Check them out at chessex.com, and I'll see you in the next video. Appreciate it.